back in San Diego. Oh. Doing a regular live stream. What's up, TikTok? I'm actually streaming from TikTok just to see what happens. But don't worry about that if you're watching me on YouTube. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to open up the comments here. I've also got Brian back with me here. My friend Brian.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, so Brian and I, we haven't seen each other in like probably 5 weeks or so.
I feel like more than that.
Maybe longer than 5 weeks.
You've been on sabbatical.
I wasn't sabbatical. That means you're resting, I think.
Oh, I was on sabbatical.
You were on sabbatical. I was on what I call my fall tour of 2021 because I played a couple gigs in Florida with my friend Elliot, and then visited my dad who retired to Florida recently. Then I went to Nashville and worked for a week. Then I flew to New York from Nashville and worked in New York for a week. Then flew back to Nashville, worked in Nashville for another week. Then drove to Fort Wayne, Indiana, and worked with Sweetwater in Indiana for about a week. And got to meet up with one of my biggest viewers here, Josh Norco. He came out, so there'll be a video with him. That'll be really fun. And then drove back to Nashville from Fort Wayne, Indiana. So that was like a 5-week work trip where I was just working every single day. And then Josh Norco, what's up? Yeah, and Josh Norco says hi to Brian too. Yes, good to see you, Josh. So that was real busy, and yeah, even on that random trip in Fort Wayne, Indiana, we woke up the second day of our trip, and Joe Bonamassa was playing in town, which was really crazy because we weren't planning that, but ended up going to the Joe Bonamassa show. I hung out with Joe Bonamassa. That's the first time I've ever met him, and that was really great. He was awesome. The show was awesome, but he was really cool to me. Really cool guy to me. Cooler than some other YouTubers, actually. But I wouldn't name names, but true. But after all that, traveling all around, trying to be as careful as I could be, the day that I get back to San Diego, I woke up sick. But it was just a cold. Many took a few COVID tests just to make sure that wasn't the case, and they were negative. So just had a cold, recovering from that a little bit, but still doing work. So I want to get into, please, you can leave your comments, questions, all that. And Brian is checking them out. Any important questions or comments yet, Brian?
No, people are happy to have you back.
Awesome. Yeah, Brian, your beard grew since I saw you.
That happens.
You have a 6-week growth, I think.
I went to 2 Phish shows, so.
Oh, don't say that out loud.
Oh, it's awesome. It was so good. I know Phish can be controversial, but.
Is that why your beard grew?
Oh, it's so good. The
okay.
shows are so good.
All right, so let's see. I'm going to show you this hack. It's not really a hack, but I had to come up with some quick little thumbnail name, before I went live here. But it uses the land of A7, and it's just without you knowing or me getting too deep into it, it's like a mode that the land of A7 comes from. So I would, if you don't know the land of A7, you can review it on probably multiple videos that I have, but typically it's over an A7 chord, and it sounds like this. What's cool about that is you can use the open A string, the open G, all the open strings, maybe mute the E string, but well, that is in the A form that I've taught it. That's called A Mixolydian, which is the same notes as the D major scale. So if you took that same land of A7, but just focused on the D and B string of it, So I'm using just my thumb and middle finger to pluck them. Now, if I just use that over the context of a different mode from the D major scale, for instance, what's called E Dorian, but if I'm just strumming an E minor chord and I improvise with elements of that land of A7, Alexander Winston, yes, it's in various courses that I have at martymusic.com. Thank you for that super chat as well. Someone else? Dago, Marty, do I like Star Wars? Yes, I do, very much. You should know that. Come on. You call yourself a fan? No. Okay, so if I take that land of A7 and I just do those same thing, but they're going to resolve to the E minor instead of the A. So some of those would, like a really good one, would be that piece of it, which is the 9th fret on the D and the 8th fret on the B. So watch, I'll just do a little bass line in E. So E bass line, and go to that first one. So another one that feels resolved is the 5th fret D and 5th fret B. Because you got that root, that E note right there on the 5th fret. I'll combine some E minor pentatonic with some of those double stops from the land of A7. Nothing changed with the land of A7, except what it was played over. So I said before, the land of A7 comes from the D major scale. So now what I'm going to do is, just to emphasize that I was just playing E minor there, now I'm going to do it as D major. So the land of A7 is a bluesy A, but D major, the D major scale, it's, you know, it's the do re mi scale, the do re mi sound. So I'm going to drop D here. And now I'm going to just play a D major 7 chord. Not the D7, which would sound like this. No, D major 7, which sounds like this. we go. So now that's D major. I'm going to play the same land of A7 over that. Without changing anything other than what it's played over. Brian, how's it going over there?
So good.
All right, so
thank you, Isaiah Miller, for the super chat.
Isaiah Miller for the super chat.
Yep,
I appreciate that. All right, so I'm back in regular tune, and now I'm going to do the land of A7 the way I originally taught it so much, as an A7. So even if I was grooving an A7 vamp, So that's a third function of that exact same thing. So you can go back to look up Land of A7 on the Marty Music YouTube channel, and you can go over it and kind of memorize it, and then know that you can mess around with it in an E minor type of progression, also a D major type of progression, also actually B minor as well. But the reason I teach it and think of it as the land of A7 is because you have the open strings really well. Edgar Garcia said he discovered the website. He needs to progress. Well, he's asking which course. If you're a beginner, you want to get the beginner acoustic, which can work on electric as well, the same. And then also the beginner blues. Dogs are barking.
Mommy's home.
Mm-hmm. That's how that works. Beginner acoustic and beginner blues will give you a foundation. And then I also have beginner power chords, which is, I think that one's free. And then beginner bar chords, that one is free as well at Marty Music. So you can check those out. Thorben, I've seen your comment a lot. You're wondering, you want to improvise, but you don't know where to start. Let's see. How to do your first solo. I have videos like that at the YouTube channel here. But also lead guitar phase 1 is a course I have at martymusic.com. And that just starts you at the very beginning of it and walks you through it. Improvising, you can start literally with 2 notes. You know, so if you knew what key to start and what scale to start, like if I played a blues in A, like that, and I could start with literally 2 notes and improvise the 2 notes that are always going to sound right, but you can start to develop little phrases like this. That was improvising, 1 note. Still 1 note. Second note with it. Starts with the 1 note and you keep adding, and it's never going to hurt to practice the minor pentatonic scale when you're sitting on the couch, not even plugged in, you know, just... All right, so let's see. Patrick, I'll just quote you. Marty, can you say hello to my friends? Mateus, Jonah, Sebastian, Diego, and Jacob Holm. They are all watching. What's up, guys? Let's see. Edgar Garcia, thank you again. You're no pro, but you can play open, some bar chords, so thank you. Awesome, thank you. I just made a video for your level that starts with some embellishments, and I have a free course at Marty Music, Acoustic Embellishments. Check that one out. It's very helpful for that person that knows the open chords and they're struggling with bar chords, but they still want to keep expanding and growing. Acoustic Embellishments, that's for you, and then the free bar chord course as well. And both of those courses are free. So there's that. Brian, hit me with something.
Julie Corner, thank you for the super chat.
Julie, thank you for that super chat. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Everyone's thank you. Anyone notice my new hat? I don't think they did. It's a new hat.
I don't think so.
It's a new hat. New color.
Somebody said that there was a bomb in the background, so I was trying to figure out what they thought that was.
No bomb in the background.
That is a nice looking lamp.
Maybe No.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I haven't seen anything that would even. Yeah.
No, there isn't. But there's coffee.
Somebody said you've taught an entire generation guitar.
I've taught an entire generation. I think I've taught 3 generations, actually. Because I teach baby boomers, and their kids are my age and Brian's age, and then their kids, the Gen Z. So, but no, who's counting? Who's counting the generations? But I will say thank you for helping me reach 3 million subscribers. I do appreciate that. That was awesome. Very awesome of you guys. I'm going to just do a few shout outs and we're going to wrap it up. No fish tacos today, Brian, but I did get sandwiches.
Sandwiches are good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's sad news. Terrapin Crossroads is closing.
I know. Did someone just write that, or
that's just from my mind?
That's just from your mind.
My brain.
Yeah. So this great venue in Northern California called Terrapin Crossroads, owned by Phil Lesh of the Grateful Dead, is closing after, is it 10 years?
Yeah, I think so.
About 10 years. I got to play there a bunch of times. Always amazing memories of that place. I played with Phil Lesh of the Grateful Dead at that place. That was an amazing thing. And yeah, sad about that going. Hopefully they still, sounds like they're going to still do some shows though at the outdoor stage.
That would be nice if they could do something. Yeah.
You know, with the city. It's not the same lease as the restaurant. But if a car dealership goes in there, I don't know if they're going to want outdoor Grateful Dead hippie concerts right next to the car dealership. Maybe they will. I don't know. You have to make a pretty good living to just even live in that area, so. All right, a few shout outs. I'll just hold this up like this. Oh, look at my new laptop, Brian.
Chips.
It's not really a new laptop. It's just a sticker.
John Raines, thanks for the super chat.
John Raines, thanks for the super chat. Laura Sosa. Donovan, what's the name of your custom 335 you're holding? It no name for it. But I am working on an Epiphone version of it to be for sale. And I'll let you know. I mean, that's going very slowly. Let's see. Isaiah Miller. Check out the DM you sent on Instagram. That, I'll try. I don't know. I don't get all of those. Where's the best site to learn the Katana amp? Good question. I have some how-to videos on this channel. JCA Music. What if I'm a drug dealer washing money with my YouTube channel? Yeah. Rider Spider. Gabriella Ferry. Hello. No, we just got mood lighting in here. There's nothing shady going on. John Kingston worked with Phil in the late 70s, 77, and 78. Jake Stork. Spectre 73. Sweetwater was amazing. Bigger and more amazing than I expected. Caleb Wilson, Susan Clark, Ryan Luttrell, Mr. Charlie Pufferfish. I like that username. Mr. Charlie Pufferfish. Ozzy Farrow. How are you, my friend? YouTube Reiner, maybe? Or YT Riner. Thorben again. Randall Vandergriff. That's a great name. Randall Vandergriff of Hufflepuff. Quart JWPJ1. Joe Mama says, what strings do I use? D'Addario NYXL. Now, D'Addario is my sponsor, but one, I only sponsor things that I use, and I use D'Addario forever. But the NYXL strings, They're a little bit more than the standard set, but I've tested them thoroughly and they stay in tune and last longer than a regular set of strings. Especially the staying in tune is like crazy how much better the NYXL stay in tune. So that's true. Thorbin got a big muff pedal. Yes, that's a great pedal, especially for that Nirvana stuff. It really is. And Smashing Pumpkins, you know, that fuzzy wuzzy tone. Yeah, Michael Green, yeah, you're onto something with that for sure. I'm using the Land of A7 just as an easy context because a lot of people know that already. Giancarlo Gianni, John H. Kingston, Rishab Chakrabarti, Metrotech, Zach FN, thank you, Pop Squecker, MAX, hey. All right. Kavidu Wira Shinge, Angel Merlin Septim, Caleb Wilson, Kubrick Lover, 1972. Marco D. You're asking about easy playing acoustic strings. Yeah, Silk and Steel are definitely the easiest on your fingers. They don't last as long as like the Phosphor Bronze, but they're great and they have a much softer kind of tone as well. I do like them a lot. All right, so Shawnee, Josh Norco again. Oh, Johnny be good. Yeah, I can do that. Thanks, Josh Norco. I like video games, but I don't get to play that much the video games, but I do like them. My kids like them, and that's something we can do together. So that's one. Yeah. Just haven't, the last 5-6 weeks I haven't touched a video game, but I do have, when there's a good game that I get into, I'll play. Let's see. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back next Saturday at the same time. Appreciate all your support, continued support, watching the channel, subscribing to the channel. Hopefully, all that stuff helps. So thank you, and we'll see you next Saturday, or hopefully. I got a video tomorrow coming out on the channel of my guitar teacher, Chris. So watch for that tomorrow. We'll see you guys. Boo doo doo boo doo boo doo boo doo doo doo.